Hey, this is Leighton from Just Collect and Vintage Breaks. Thanks for checking out today's video on an amazing, fresh to the hobby collection of tobacco cards from around 1910. So it starts off, Nate contacted us on behalf of his family in Delaware of T205s and T206s.
It belonged to my grandfather's cousin, who was about 20 years older than him.
Okay.
And when he passed away, they were left to my grandfather specifically.
Okay.
And my grandfather said, I don't know what I'm going to do with these after a few years, and just gave them to my dad.
Sure.
Who my dad had all the ideas in his head. I'm going to send them off. I'm going to put them in pages.
Start a set. Who knows, right?
Exactly.
Of course, get a hold of Wagner maybe. Well, why not? Since we're doing that.
You know, Dad passed away about 5 years ago, and my mom says, will you come to the safe deposit box with me? And she opens it up, and there's a box of these. And I was like, I thought he got rid of those. No.
So awesome.
No, he didn't. They've been sitting in the safe deposit box for about 15 years now.
Oh my God. In all, there were just about over 400 cards total, but that's not what I was told. In fact, I was presented with an appraisal by our team here at Just Collect that only had 11 initial cards on it. And the 11 initial cards were certainly enough to pique my interest. They included the likes of Christy Mathewson, Ty Cobb, Cy Young, and Walter Johnson. And I would have been happy just to view and purchase this group of 11 cards. But as it happens, Nate would be driving up from Delaware with hundreds more tobacco cards. So you wouldn't believe it. And of course, the first couple sheets are blank. But meticulously organized every T205 and T206 in alphabetical order by last names. So we started to take out the stars and Hall of Famers from that binder, and we put them in card saver ones. What's nice about these card holders is that once you put them in, even without a sleeve, they don't move around. What I'm gonna do without further ado, I'm gonna start with, it looks like these are the better cards that were on this list. I'm gonna check them off. I'll remove them from the plastics. This is the group of T205s. Once again, anything and everything from Chief Bender to Tris Speaker to Miller Huggins, Frank Home Run Baker, great content, bunch of short prints. In fact, there's actually 5 T205 broadleaf backs. In the T206s, I know there's a lot of fans out there of the rare backs. There is no broadleafs, but there are several Old Mills, several EPDGs. They're mainly Piedmont and Sweet Caps.
Hey, you're the expert. Like I said, that's why I was great. So comfortable after reading your page and reading about both of you guys that I really felt comfortable.
All right, so this is what's going on right now. I'm looking at Nate's collection. He has hundreds of tobacco cards, more than we thought he had. We thought he had about a dozen Hall of Famers, Cobbs, very excited. I needed to eat something. I've only eaten a banana today. I'm literally eating tuna fish with Nate sitting up front. I'm sure he's gonna smell it on me. I have no choice. I needed energy. I felt myself like getting faint. I'm now watching New Amsterdam on Netflix. I'm like thinking I have to go to the ER. I need some energy. So as you can see, I'm trying to eat healthy. I'm having some tuna and fruit. I'll keep you posted on the collection, everybody. So what I thought, even though it's probably the least valuable card in the collection, but what I thought was the coolest card. So Nate was describing to me the lineage in his family about the collection. And he said to me that for whatever reason or another, it's only on one card in the collection, but you wouldn't believe it. His great-great cousin, Joe McCord, took one card of Harry McIntyre from Brooklyn and Chicago and put on it, or typed, his name and his address back in 1910. A pretty amazing piece of baseball card and American history all summed up in one card. We of course appreciate what great cousin Joe McCord did by preserving these cards in Nate's family for well over 100 years. Really appreciative and very grateful for Nate to be patient with me during the appraisal process, but ultimately we went through, we evaluated everything, we came up with what we thought it was worth, made him an offer, he happily accepted.
The whole thing was great from start to finish. I mean, we'll go all the way back to you and I talking on the phone. I felt comfortable and welcome, and then both of you very accommodating, and Leighton and I got to just talking about life in general. It was really nice.
Said he'd keep in touch in case he finds other baseball card collections, as we're always paying finder's fees here at Just Collect. And what's really cool, if you don't know anything about our sister company, Vintage Breaks, we break 7 days a week on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/vintagebreaks. And in some cases, some of those nights, you might be able to win some of the very cards you see here in today's tobacco card collection.